Watch the Powerball drawing live tonight here on TV23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. March 16th. Welcome to High Plains Today. Right here on TV23 on today's show, I'll be joined by Greta Clark, Justin Wilson, and Tara Schraeder there from Dodge City Community College. They have a speaking or a lecture tour coming up, and we're going to talk about it. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Well, the former Garden City Community College computer science instructor charged with 3 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor had his preliminary hearing scheduled for late April during Monday's case management hearing in Finney County District Court. Now, the preliminary hearing for 62-year-old Steve Thompson of Wichita is set for April 26th. According to the criminal complaint, on September 29th of 2013, Thompson allegedly possessed a digital photograph, film, video picture, or a computer-generated image of a picture with sexual depictions of a minor. Thompson remains free on $7,500 bond. Now, word has come from his family that former Garden City manager Bob Halloran has died. He had been living in Colorado since his retirement from professional engineering consultants in 2014. Halloran was city manager in Garden City from 1987 to 2008, and prior to that was the assistant city manager from 1974 to 1987. Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad Company will spend $100 million this year in Kansas as part of its capital expenditure program. The dollars will be spent primarily on maintenance projects, with the largest components being replacing and upgrading rail ties, and ballast. The Kansas maintenance program includes about 1,480 miles of track surfacing and/or undercutting work, replacement of more than 60 miles of rail, and about 210,000 ties. Wow, that's a lot of ties. And signal upgrades to comply with federally mandated train control. And a Wichita area lawmaker said he was the one who advised Governor Sam Brownback to withhold information about a potential downgrade to the state's credit rating at an emotional Republican caucus meeting on Monday. Senator Ty Masterson from Andover, the Senate's budget chairman, made this revelation about an hour into a meeting in which Republican lawmakers weighed overrides to 2 recent vetoes by the governor. The meeting highlighted deep divisions among factions of the Republican lawmakers and the Brownback administration, as Secretary of Administration Sarah Shipman and Secretary of Commerce Antonio Sove tried to dissuade lawmakers from overriding the vetoes. An attempt to override one of the vetoes was halted last week when the governor disclosed on social media, of all places, that a bill which would have barred the Kansas Department of Administration from spending state funds to demolish a state office building in Topeka or to construct a new power plant for the capital could have resulted in a credit downgrade for the state. And dozens of Kansas librarians joined with representatives of similar small governing bodies Monday to express displeasure with a House bill requiring city, county, or voter approval for changes in property tax levies of issuance of bonds. The Kansas chapter of Americans for Prosperity stood alone in advocating for House Bill 2719, which attracted more than a dozen opponents. Now, the annual approval mandate contained in the bill would apply to airport, museum, parks, library, recreation, fire, water, or similarly non-elected boards that possess authority to levy taxes or incur debt. Now, none would be able to act on budget adjustments unless approved by an elected body or a city or county, or approved by majority of the voters within the taxing jurisdiction. And 2 Republican lawmakers are suggesting that the Kansas legislature turn the job of determining how state aid to public schools is distributed over to the State Board of Education. Representatives Gene Sullentrop of Wichita and Marvin Klebe of Overland Park raised the idea during a House Appropriations Committee hearing on a school funding plan from the panel's chairman. Now, the 10-member board would then face the burden of making sure the money is distributed fairly. The plan is designed to bring the state into compliance with a Kansas Supreme Court order last month. plan would boost overall state spending on schools by nearly $39 million for the 2016-17 school year, while shifting dollars among districts. Now, 79 districts would still lose funds. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening. Stick around. Be back with, I hope, some precipitation in the forecast coming up.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look off to the northeast on the TV23 tower cam. Partly cloudy out there, a lot of high clouds, no precipitation coming in this. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. As you can see, already we're up to 52 degrees. Relative humidity higher than it was yesterday, but there's still a high fire alert for the entire state of Kansas. 32% the relative humidity. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 14. That's way down from yesterday. Barometric pressure is falling. As we take a look at the temperatures around the viewing area, everybody in the 40s and 50s, so that's not too bad for a day. And you look at the current dew points, a little higher than they were yesterday. Remember, everybody was in the lower teens yesterday for humidity, and that's why it was so low. Taking a look at our current wind speeds. All right, we're seeing everybody, but look at this. Perryton at north-northeast at 5. Remember, everybody was in the 20s yesterday when we looked at that. Winds are not going to be as bad as they were yesterday. We're still going to have some winds, but not going to be anything like they were yesterday. Looking at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, we did get to 60 degrees yesterday, 84 back in 2013, 33 was the overnight low, 8 back in 1969, and still no new precipitation in the bucket. It's dry, 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 so be careful out there if you're a smoker especially. Don't be throwing those things out the window. Today, 62 degrees, mostly sunny. A lot of the clouds are going to be rolling out of here. Winds are going to be out of the northwest at 15, gusting up into the mid-20s. Remember, the winds were in the mid-20s, gusting up into the 40s yesterday. Partly cloudy tonight, 26 degrees for the overnight low. Winds out of the north at 14. Tomorrow, not really as warm, but 64 degrees, but lots of sunshine. Winds out of the northwest at 10, late in the afternoon, switching around to the southeast. And then tomorrow night, we do have a chance, a 20% chance of precipitation rolling in here after midnight, 32 the overnight low. Winds are still going to be out of the south-southwest, but after midnight, hopefully when that precipitation rolls in, they'll be going to the northeast. Looking at the 7-day, you can see we do have a 30% chance of precipitation on Friday, and then the highs start to creep back up. We get back up into the 70s for next week. Take a look at our storm spotter training for this week. There are 2 today in Finney County at the fairgrounds, one at 3 p.m. and then again at 7 p.m. this evening. Tomorrow they'll be at the EMT station in Meade, then on Monday at the Senior Center in Montezuma, the Community Center in Greensburg on Tuesday. Wednesday they'll be in Jetmore at the King Center, and then on Thursday at the Civic Center in Elkhart. That's a look at the weather. Be back with the markets and our friends from DC3 after this.
When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great, and for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 home runs. Number 50,000 is back
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back as I'm sitting here itching. I had an itch. Welcome back. I'm now joined by Tara Schraeder, Justin Wilson, Greta Clark. Dodge City Community College folks, and we're talking about the Dodge City Community College Foundation Lecture Series. Foundation Series. Something. Help me, Tara.
Dodge City Community College Foundation Lecture Series.
Thank you. I knew I had all the words in there. I just didn't have them in the right order. Okay, so you have a guest coming up that's going to be is going to present.
We do.
At Dodge City Community College.
Yes, on April 14th next month. So we have Apollo 13 astronaut Fred Hayes coming. He's going to do a lecture for us at the Dodge City Community College Little Theater. So we're pretty excited about that. It's going to start at 7 p.m. and then he's going to do a speech for about 45 minutes. He'll have a Q&A session after that, and then there's a meet and greet session after that. So it's pretty cool, you know, especially with him being one of only 24 people to have ever flown to the moon. He was supposed to be the 4th person to ever walk on the moon, but never got
Yeah,
that.
they had a little problem. If you've seen the movie Apollo 13, they had a little incident.
Just a little problem.
Yeah. So that would be cool. I mean, okay, so on April 14th.
Thursday, April 14th.
And he's going to speak that evening. Okay, so what does it cost to come to something like that?
It is $5 for students and seniors, and it's $10 for adults. Tickets will go on sale starting this coming Monday, so March 21st.
Where can you get those at the college?
Yes, you can get them in the college bookstore or in the foundation office.
Okay.
So.
How cool would that? How often do you get to talk? Especially a guy from Apollo 13, Fred Hayes, astronaut, who was on his way to the moon. The rocket went, or part of the spaceship went on the way there, and then they had to go slingshot their way around to make it home.
Yep.
How often does a guy like that come to Southwest Kansas?
Live.
Live, yeah.
Yep.
Can you imagine the stories he's going to tell?
I'm pretty excited. He was
okay, so this would be my problem with this deal. He would be speaking for 45 minutes, and I would have about 2 hours worth of questions for him at the Q&A.
Well, hopefully everybody else will have some of the same questions that you have, so that all your questions will get answered within about a 15-20 minute.
That's a cool deal. I mean, okay, the number one question I would want to know is after the rocket that they had their Houston, we have a problem. What were those guys thinking? That would be the biggest thing to me. What was the first thing that went through your mind when after Jim Lovell goes, Houston, we have a problem. Then what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Don't you think he was thinking, why did I think I wanted to be an astronaut?
Well, that and or maybe, well, crap, now I'm not going to get to walk on the moon.
Probably.
I bet they were thinking that as they went around the moon.
Yeah.
But, okay.
They got pretty close.
All right, so how do you get a guy like Fred Hayes to come to Dodge City, America to speak?
It really depends on the kind of audience you're trying to attract or the kind of thing you think your area would be interested in. The agency that we work with is Kepler Speakers, and they're out of Virginia. And sometimes if they have specials going on, they'll give us a call and they'll say, hey, this person is a new speaker. They have a break going in their rates right now. You can tell them what rate you're comfortable with, and they'll call you. Fred is actually going to be in Hayes the night before.
Oh, okay. So he's
he'll
close.
already be in Kansas, yes.
Close.
So we got him for a steal. So we're pretty excited about it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good deal. Okay, so, and Justin, you're Mr. Public Relations here. How are you going to sell this deal? How are you going to fill that theater?
Well, I mean, it's an amazing opportunity, like you discussed, to have somebody of this magnitude come to Southwest Kansas. And right now, there's a huge initiative to grow in STEM all over the United States.
Sure, yeah.
And this is the perfect opportunity. Our STEM club is actually going to have a star party the week before on April 8th at 8 p.m. They can contact Professor Sherry Curtis, and she'll be happy to get them all the details. They just need to show up at campus, and we'll lead them to where we're going to have the star party, have telescopes set up, be able to watch the stars, just kind of leading up to this, and that's all kind of initiative of our STEM club. And we also want to help attract those kids that are interested in STEM, that are in high school or area schools, and get them to come and participate in this and have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet an astronaut.
Well, yeah, you don't have to be just from Dodge City.
Correct. No, anybody is welcome to come and participate. We hope we'll get kids from area schools. In fact, some of our previous events, we've had people actually bring busloads to come over to see some of the speakers we've had present in the past.
Okay, so is this when we challenge him? You got to get out and you got to start making the rounds at all the area high schools in Southwest Kansas and start putting the word out, right?
Okay, we're gonna definitely
isn't that his job?
Well, is it only for high school kids, or could elementary or middle school kids come to Star Party?
Good question.
Well, as far as my understanding with the star party, that's open to everybody.
Adults too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
planning to take my son. So.
Okay. This is a bit, okay. So now, and this isn't the first time you guys have done this at Dodge City Community College. You've had other speakers before. I think, who was it? We were talking before we went on the air that you guys had Temple Grandin that came, and didn't she go to school at Texas A&M? But she has, her unique quality is she has autism. And I've worked with Dr. Grandin, and she is something else. If you've ever heard her talk, she has her quirks. But when it comes to livestock handling and that kind of stuff, she's amazing. Absolutely. And she has an amazing story, too, of her life. So that was kind of cool.
We actually had a 2-day event with her. She came and did one specifically at animal handling that was geared towards like livestock producers. And the second day was entirely focused on autism. And so that was actually a joint venture with the Dodge City Community College Foundation and the Puzzle Piece Ranch.
Yeah, she's something. And, of course, Fred Hayes is no sneeze. I mean, the guy was on Apollo 13. They made a movie about him.
Exactly.
So if you ever wanted to see something like that, okay, April 14th. Now, and they can get tickets at the DC3 bookstore, or they can come see you, Tara, at
the foundation office.
At the foundation office, and that's on the main campus?
Yes.
Okay. And Justin's going to be out driving around recruiting elementaries, middle schools, the other area colleges, adults, everybody. You're going to fill this place, right?
For sure.
For the Star Party and for Fred Hayes, right?
That's right.
Okay. And the cost is like next to nothing, right?
We wanted to keep it down. You know, we just want to bring experiences and cultural enrichment people, I guess, to Southwest Kansas for opportunities that, you know, our community members wouldn't normally have. So we want to keep the cost down so that people from all walks are willing to come and enjoy it with us.
$5 for a student.
For students and seniors.
$5 for a student and $10 for an adult. You can't beat that. This guy, they made a movie about him.
During the meet and greet, we can actually shake hands with him.
Well, yeah.
And have a picture maybe with a child, my child who wants to be an astronaut too.
There you
with
go.
a real live astronaut.
There we're over here. April 14th, Dodge City Community College. Fred Hayes, Apollo 13 astronaut. You don't say that a lot in Southwest Kansas, so get there. All right. You guys, thanks for coming by today. This was fun.
Thanks for having us.
And also on Friday, we're going to be talking to this bunch about ethnic diversity in Southwest Kansas, so make sure you tune into that one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure.
And stick around to be back with some more after this.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm People are people around here. That's how it is. It's so clear. Letting it show. I've been around the world, only to find what I already know. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah. This is the place.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
And welcome back. Hey, Wichita State's guards let their Final Four experience make the difference in a defense-dominated first four game. Fred VanVleet and Ron Baker led a surge at the start of the second half. They put the Shockers on a pace for a 70-50 victory over Vanderbilt last night, making the big shots in a game with very few uncontested ones. Now, the seniors who were part of the Shockers 2013 Final Four team led the way. VanVleet, the two-time Missouri Valley Player of the Year, scored 14 points, despite he got elbowed in the eye and cut his head and had to go out for a while. Ron Baker also had 14. Together, they scored all of the points in a decisive 11-0 run that opened the second half. Now, Wichita State plays Arizona tomorrow in Providence, Rhode Island. And it's been a few days since ESPN reported that Oklahoma State is expected to part ways with their head men's basketball coach, Travis Ford, but there hasn't been any word from the university. Everybody's saying he's going to be fired, but the university. So there you go. The Tulsa World Herald reported Monday that OSU already assembled a committee to start looking for a new coach. And Ford's a candidate for some other jobs out there, so go figure. Hey, let's take a last look at our weather before we get out of here today. Temperature is now 31 degrees. Relative humidity, no, it's 53 degrees. The humidity is 31%. Winds are out of the northwest at 16. Barometric pressure is steady. We are looking for some precipitation on Friday, only a 30% chance. Let's hope it's going to start on Thursday night after midnight, but let's hope it carries over. 44 for the high on Friday, but we're going to climb back up into the 70s on beginning of next week. So go out, make it a good Wednesday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.